Welcome to Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Now let's head into the ballpark for tonight's game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Drakes Creek Park for tonight's Ohio Valley League game between the Henderson Flash visiting the Full Count Rhythm in game number 25, like I said, of the year for Full Count. It is the 24th game of the year for Henderson. And the Rhythm come in with an 18-6 overall record. That's good for first place in the Ohio Valley League. The Flash have fallen from second to third in the league. They come in with a 12-11 record. Thought I had the standings pulled up here. My iPad operating a little slow here. Try to get to it. As the Rhythm had an extra inning game for the first time last night at Fulton. An exciting end of the game. If you missed it, go back and watch at the minimum the bottom of the ninth as Full Count kept the game tied. Fulton scored the tying run, but had the game-winning run on at third base with at least one out. May have done it with no outs, my recollection. I'll probably get the play-by-play of it a little bit later on. But then the Railroaders prior to the game apparently picked that they wanted to go on offense. So the Rhythm had to stay out onto the field, actually came off the field, then went back onto the field. Garrett Sims had to go on the mound with a runner at first base with nobody out, and he retired 3 straight. Meanwhile, Austin Phillips, who was the ghost runner at first base, stole second, went to third on a pass ball, and he was there at least with one out. Sims got a pop-up in the infield in foul territory and then struck out the final batter to give Full Count their 18th win of the year. They are 9-1 in their last 10 games. The Paducah Chiefs, who are on a streak of 7 straight wins, have now moved up into second place. They are a half a game ahead of Henderson. They have a 13-11 record. Henderson at 12-11. The Fulton Railroaders now at 13-12. Hoptown and Madisonville 5th and 6th in the league. It is a 40-game schedule for the regular season. Full Count, this is one of 6 remaining home games in the regular season. And we will entertain the Henderson Flash, have a day off tomorrow, and then go to Hoptown for the 4th of July. It'll be a 5 o'clock start. I just found that out on the bus ride home. It was Henderson trying to get ahead of the fireworks. So a 5 o'clock start on Friday. I'll be carrying that game right here on YouTube and Facebook. And then Full Count will be back at home on Saturday to take on the Hoptown Hoppers. Let me get to the right week. Wow, there we go. I'm in the wrong month. That's what my problem is. I got to cross out June. That's throwing me off. We are down at Hoptown on Friday, and then we are hosting Madisonville on Saturday, and then doubleheader on Sunday at Paducah before coming back to take on the Fulton Railroaders on Monday. We'll go over that schedule a little bit more as the game progresses tonight. The starting lineups being broadcast by Tim Ferguson, our PA announcer here at the park. So we'll take a break and we'll come back with the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Welcome back to the Full Count Broadcast Network. Now it's time for the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineup.
Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups. First for the visitors, the Henderson Flash, as you see the umpires and coaches meeting at home plate. This is where the decision is made. Josh Carman's going to make that decision right now, that if this game goes into extra innings, he's going to pick defense primarily, from what I understand. For the Henderson Flash, head coach by J.D. Arndt. He's assisted by Brandon Boxer, Cody Schultz, and the pitching coach is Logan Haslam. Leading off, playing left field, Keelan Sanders batting second. Colton Evans, he'll play first base. Hayden Jones batting third. Playing third base, Milo Abradovich is the DH, hitting cleanup. Connor Bowden in center field hits fifth. His six-hole hitter is the second baseman Jackson Pruitt. Playing behind the plate is Andy Lee. He'll bat seventh. Alex Satterfield is a shortstop, hits eighth. Drew Eisenberg rounds out the nine-batter lineup, playing right field. And on the mound, Wyatt Colvin from Hanover University, a redshirt senior from Prospect, Kentucky. And now for your Full Count Rhythm with an 18-6 overall record, head coach Josh Carman. He's assisted by Jimmy Gamboa, the pitching coach. Carson Howard and Jonah Smithson, the player coach for Full Count. Spencer Yu leads off. He'll be the DH tonight. Batting second is John Paul Head, playing center field. Batting third, Jake Merrick on a 12-game hitting streak. He'll play third base. Batting in the cleanup spot, shortstop Devin McCarron. Batting fifth, the newest rhythm player, playing in his second game, Nate Webb, it'd be at first base. Batting fifth, Nolan Sargent in right field hits sixth. Charlie Bozeman bats seventh and plays that seventh position. In left field, Jonathan Stewart behind the plate hits eighth. Jake Turr is at second base, batting ninth. And on the mound for Full Count, getting his first start of the year, J.C. Myers, a right-hander out of Columbia State Community College. 6'2", 205-pound right-hander. Rising sophomore for Desi Ammons Chargers. He's from White House, Tennessee, Davidson Academy High School. He's the son of Jay and Tina Myers, brother to Brittany, Alyssa, and Ashlyn. And his mentor is Evan Jones. JC, his first start of the year. He has 5 appearances, all in relief. He does not have a decision yet on the year. 6 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs. They were earned, as walked 3, struck out 6, plunked 2 batters, and has a 4.26 ERA. And hands are being shaken now by the coaches and the umpires. Umpires tonight, Patrick Lovely behind the plate. Michael Tibabijo, common spelling, is at first base. And Manny Salazar is at third. For tonight's Ohio Valley League action, we will have an invocation. Our resident Reverend Tim Ferguson will deliver the prayer tonight. I see Todd and Beth Cox have shown up. They'll be sitting right behind home plate in the high dollar seats. Brent Elliott here without his wife, Pat. Maybe she's coming along late after she gets home from work. We'll have some folks in the stands from South Dakota, as Mark and Sonny Dixon, the parents of Tim Dixon, have made the trek in. We will have the prayer right now.
Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this awesome day to bring us all together to play baseball. We're so glad that we get to have fun, make friends, and enjoy this game. Please help everyone, the players, the coaches, and fans, to stay safe and have a great time. To be with those who are heading home later and help them get there safely. We are so thankful for all you do, what you've done for us, and we give you a huge thank you from our hearts. And in the precious name of Jesus that we pray. Amen.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And Tim Ferguson says, play ball we will. Beautiful, sunny, hot day here in Middle Tennessee. Got in the pool for the first time today. My grandkids from Mississippi got up late last night before we got home from Fulton. They were tucked into bed before I got in, about 1:30, 1:45. Got to see them this morning. My wife did a good job of keeping them quiet early on so I can get a little bit of rest as the Rhythm take the field here at Drakes Creek Field number 3. First start of the year by J.C. Myers. Got 6 appearances this past year at Columbia State. 3 of those were starts, had a 2-1 record in 12 innings. Gave up 10 hits, 14 runs, 9 were earned, walked 13, struck out 12, and a 6.75 ERA. He's having a pretty good summer here in the Full Count Rhythm uniform. They wear the all whites tonight. Had the red on top over the road grays yesterday. Charlie Bozeman will be in left field for the second straight game. John Paul Head moves from right over to center. Nolan Sargent did not play last night. It's out in right field. Jake Merrick at third. Devin McCarron was off for a game, and he is back at shortstop. Jake Turr over at second base, and Nate Webb gets his first start in the field. He was the DH in last night's game and went 2 for 5 in his first appearance. He's an incoming freshman to Belmont. Played his high school baseball at Pope Prep, formerly known as Pope John Paul II. And in his very first at-bat in a Rhythm uniform in the first inning, he had an RBI single to give the Rhythm the 1-0 lead. Later picked up an infield single and scored in the 6th inning on an infield single by Cade Moore, our Chick-fil-A Rivergate player of the game in yesterday's ball game, Garrett Sims. He ended up going 3 innings, got the victory. He's now 2-0. As Reese Snapka and Eli Reese have shown up at the ballpark, and they have gone to the correct side of the diamond or of the field here. Reese is ready to get a foul ball already. And the first pitch delivered on the outside corner for a called strike, and we are underway at 7:06 Central Time. Game time temperature, 87 degrees, feels like 90 That's brought to you by Stitches by Cindy. There's a foul ball that gets off the screen. Reese was on top of that one ready. He's 7 years old. He is into baseball all of a sudden. 0-2 count. He is excited and was so ready to get here to the rhythm game. 0-2 is lined over the head of Devin McCarron by Keelan Sanders for a leadoff single. And that'll bring up Colton Evans. He's one of the newer Flash players.
Now, first baseman number Colton Evans.
See if he has actually been in a game yet. He has been in 2 ball games, hitting .250. Don't know where he's from. Didn't get that information. Just his name and his number that's on Game Changer. Hits a ground ball to second. Could be 2. Turner over to McCarron for 1. On to Webb, and he has to come off the base. His swipe tag not in time to get Evans on the backside. That'll be a fielder's choice. And Sanders erased on the 4-6.
Next up in the Flash, third baseman number
Throw over to second base as Lucy Reese, my 2-year-old granddaughter, has made it up to the press box. Now 1 out, 1 on brings up Hayden Jones, one of the top hitters in the league. Hayden has led the league in home runs for a while, and he takes a healthy cut at a high fastball, comes up empty. Jones at Middle Tennessee State University. He's from Campbellsville, Kentucky. He comes in hitting .366, playing in his 20th game of the year. Leads the league in home runs with 5. Runner from first takes off, pitches high. Throw down to second is right on time, and Jonathan Stewart with a hose to second base. Jake Turr didn't have to move his glove. And Evans is out 2-4 for out number 2, and 1 ball, 1 strike on Hayden Jones with nobody on. Jonathan Stewart, fresh off a week mission trip down to Nicaragua. Down there with Eric Alexander. Saw Eric before the game, who is a mentor to Tim Dixon, who's staying in the host home of Tim and Susan Reese. As I said, his parents have made it in from South Dakota. Didn't get to talk to him before the game, but I think I saw him. There's a breaking pitch that didn't break enough, and Jones wears that one on his left arm. And just like Coach on Cheers, he's heading to first.
Now,
If you haven't seen that episode, you won't get that reference. Milo Obradovich stands in, the DH. Third separate Henderson Flash player to be leading off of first base already in the first inning. Haven't been able to get anybody to second base yet, though. And the first pitch to Obradovich is high. Milo from LSU Eunice. That's where Eli Lamb attends. He's from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Obradovich hitting .250, looks at a pitch just outside for ball 2. They have a team batting average of .237, the Flash. Obradovich playing in his 16th game. He has 10 home runs, 2 doubles of his 12 hits. Fouls that one straight back. Connor Bowden will retrieve that. Neither team has a bat boy here. Not sure that 7-year-old Reese Snapka is ready to be a bat boy. He might be able to do it, but I think he's going to have way too much fun going after these AAA autoglass foul balls. His dad, Andrew, is down there trying to help him out. Runner started to go, and there's a line drive into center field. That'll get down. Head gets it on 1 hop, and Hayden Jones with 2 outs decides not to test that arm of John Paul Head. He threw an absolute seed to Trace Simmons at home plate to keep the rhythm in the ball game in last night's game at Fulton. Connor Bowden, left-handed hitting center fielder, stands in with 2 on, 2 out. Here in the top of the first, Flash threatening. Slow breaking pitch parachutes in on the outside corner for a called strike. Jay Myers, he's sitting right behind home plate. He wants to be able to help that umpire out on pitches for his son, JC. That's another really nice breaking pitch. Bowden might have thought was going to end up off the plate, but it's a called strike. Bowden with an open stance to begin his at-bat. He'll close it up as the pitch comes in. Another breaking pitch in and out of the glove of Jonathan Stewart, who's heading to Volunteer State Community College. I'll get to know him a little bit better. My son spent a week with him down in Nicaragua on that trip. What do you call him, camp? 1-2 pitch coming. And a fastball. Another one in and out of the mid of Stewart. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. So these two will be combatants coming up. 1 for 1 on fly swatting. Got me one. There's a soft little looper in the left field that will get down. Bozeman, he's got a hose, and the play is throw up the line. A soft single by Bowden drives in the first run of the ball game. Runners remain at first and second as he gets the 3rd hit of the first inning. Jackson Pruitt, the second baseman, stands in. None of these balls have been actually hit really hard. They just have gotten in front of the outfielders and just over the infielders. Fastball misses up by Myers at 18 pitches. I would assume he is probably not going to go over more than 50 or 60 pitches in the ball game. Slow breaking pitch apparently stayed a little bit up. Hayden Jones, who scored, reached on a hit by pitch. Otherwise, 3 hits in the inning. Myers with a look back. There's a ground ball to McCarron. He's going to glove and throw on to first. This one's right on time, and Nate Webb makes the catch to retire Jackson Pruitt. But the Flash get on the board early. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. 1-0 Flash lead. We're heading to the bottom of the first. Thanks for joining us on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese, Susan Reese, director and producer tonight. She's back again. I haven't run her off yet. Andrew Holmes back from his vacation down in Atlanta watching his Braves. He can't get enough of the Atlanta Braves. He lives and dies by the Atlanta Braves. Ken Stegall back as our official scorer, and you've been hearing the voice of Tim Ferguson. He's the public address announcer here at Drake's Creek Field number 3 for the Full Count Rhythm. Spencer Yu stands in the DH. I believe this is going to be his first time as the leadoff batter. Heading to the University of the South, Sewanee, transferring from Georgia or George Washington. I've heard of him. I think he played third base for the Yankees back in the 40s. That breaking pitch misses over Yu's helmet for ball 2. Spencer from Innsworth High School here in Nashville. Playing in his 11th game of the year. Swings at an inside pitch and pops one out. As a center fielder comes over right in front of the left fielder. Connor Bowden steals a put out from Keelan Sanders as Bowden looks back at Sanders and not sure that he realized exactly where he was. Yu goes after a 2-0 pitch that sort of rode in on him. Probably not the pitch he had envisioned it being on 2-0. Now John Paul Head to back away from an inside breaking pitch. He's got to have a little bit of a PTSD on a pitch that comes in on him. He got hit right in the head up at Hoptown. Takes a healthy cut there and fouls it straight back. John Paul leading the league in batting average, .494. Leading the league in hits. He's got 39. He had 3 of them last night. 8 doubles, 4 home runs, 38 RBIs. Another inside breaking pitch. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. He's walked 24 times. That's second in the league. Lines this one into the glove. That is the 3rd line drive out he's had in the last game and 1 at bat. Lined out to a shortstop for the final out in an inning yesterday that would have produced some runs. Lined out to the center fielder in yesterday's game. He doesn't think that Jacob Lott actually caught that ball. He thought he trapped it, but he was ruled out as Jake Merrick takes a called strike. Jake's got a 12-game hitting streak on the season. And ball and a strike now. Merrick, fly ball out to Sanders. He'll step back and he'll tell Bowden, hey, I've got this one. And he gets the put out. 3 up, 3 down for Wyatt Colvin, the starting pitcher, out for his 3rd start of the year for the Flash. After 1, Henderson leads 1-0. We're scheduled for 9 tonight. Stick around. We'll be here all night long. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
J.C. Myers back out for inning number 2. Gave up 3 hits and a run in the first inning. He'll face 7, 8, and 9 in the Flash lineup. Everybody has an off day tomorrow. It'll be the first time that Full Count is not played on July 3rd. July 3rd is the Freedom Festival here annually at Drakes Creek Park. And that means fireworks. Typically, we start at 4 o'clock on July 3rd and then can stay for the fireworks. But this year, it didn't work out on the schedule. But we'll be back on July 4th as the Rhythm will be at Hoptown. Top of the second inning. Ball one to Andy Lee, a longtime Flash player. I don't know how long, but I know 2 years ago, and I believe it was 3 years ago, he was playing for the Flash. I'm assuming he played last year. Loyola University's from Lafayette, Louisiana. I don't think they call it Lafayette down there. It's Lafayette in Macon County as he hits one out to left field. Charlie Bozeman a couple steps to his left, and he'll make the catch for out number one. Next up, Alex Satterfield, the shortstop. Satterfield, a freshman at Oakland City University, hometown boy in Henderson, Kentucky. First pitch misses outside for ball one. They have three that show Henderson, Kentucky. Now, I don't know if some of these others, if Prospect, Kentucky is nearby Henderson. Campbellsville is not by Henderson. Myers has gone 2 balls and no strikes to Satterfield. Satterfield playing in his 8th game of the year. Rounds to slowly to McCarron. He charges gloves and another bad throw. And underneath the tag goes Satterfield. McCarron making throws on the run, and one was right on the button and the other one was high and away. So we got an E6 on that. In my opinion, that's a play right there a college shortstop needs to make, right? So Hen trying to be a little soft up here in the press box, our official score. Kind of surprised to look over at the veteran to see him a little squeamish on giving up that error right there. I thought I was going to look over in Ken, and he's going to give me those sideways 3 fingers. That means error. Drew Eisenberg, incoming freshman to Rend Lake. He's from Bowling Green, Kentucky, just up the road, I-65. Runner takes off. He had a huge lead. Pitch is a ball, and under the slide is Satterfield with a stolen base. Satterfield's 6th stolen bag of the year has not been caught. He's at second base with 1 out. Drew Eisenberg, the number 9 hole hitter. Playing in his 10th game, hitting 103. And ball gets by Stewart to throw down to third, and just underneath the tag by Merrick is Satterfield. We got a pass ball there. Pass ball allows Satterfield the jump that he needed to get down there to third base. I'm not sure if Jonathan is breaking in a new glove or not, but he's had several that have popped out of that glove already. 3-0 count, and Eisenberg took off to first base before the pitch was even caught. And that is ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Eisenberg. Brings up the top of the order. Keelan Sanders singled just over the glove of Devin McCarron at shortstop, leading off the ball game. Colton Evans is on deck, hit a what looked like a sure 4-6-3 double play ball to Turr at second base as he swings and fouls the first pitch off. Reese Eaton nothing has gotten out of the field of play yet. He's throwing his hat down over here. He's hanging out on the gravel driveway down there with his cousins, Eli and Lucy, and his sisters, Sloan and Charlie, the 5 of our grandchildren there. Breaking pitch right across the plate. That was some sharp break on that one. The count goes 0-2. With runners at the corners. Meyer's going to try to see if he can get another one of those ground balls to a middle infielder. The doctor is calling it in. The prescription. Reese wearing his rhythm hat, his rhythm shirt. Ground ball slowly hit. That'll go foul. Charlie's got her red, white, and blue little top on, as does Lucy. Lucy walking around on that gravel down there without any shoes on. She's a little sweetie pie, but she's got tough feet apparently. She's wearing her 4th of July outfit as the girls come back to close to mom and dad, or mommy, Cassidy Snapka and Anna Reese. 0-2 pitch. See if the runner takes off. He is off. Pitch is off the fist, and that's going to get it to a vacant second base. That's going to score a run. Maybe the exit velo was 22 miles an hour on that fister by Keelan Sanders, but he gets a single and an RBI. Runner was going. Turr went to cover. 0-2, almost like a hit and run, but you don't normally hit and run on an 0-2 count. Satterfield comes in to score. That's an unearned run. Now runners at the corners yet again, 2-0. The Flash lead. Colton Evans stands in, grounded into a fielder's choice. Then was caught stealing by Jonathan Stewart. Myers trying to pitch out of additional trouble. There's ground ball to short. McCarron's going to go to second for one. On to first. Not in time. And not attempting to come home was Drew Eisenberg. That is a bad decision down there. Evans grounds into another fielder's choice. This one's 6-4. And I was a little late on moving the camera over. I apologize. But the rhythm right now have dodged a bullet. Eisenberg, you never can let an infielder throw the ball to second base, and you're at third and you don't attempt to score. Fastball to Hayden Jones misses high. Hayden Jones has 5 home runs, and he's hit them in 3 games. He hit 2 in the first game of the year. I think that was at Hoptown. 1-0 pitch coming. Runner bluffs, and Hayden Jones gets plunked again. That's the second time that he's been hit. And the bases are loaded. Another breaking pitch that did not bite. Jones had the 2 home run game right out of the chute. And then in his 5th game, hit one up in Paducah. And when you hit a home run at Paducah, you're saying something there. So he had 3 in the first 5 games of the year. Started out 12 RBIs in those 5 games. And then 2 games later, he hit 2 at Henderson against the Madisonville Miners. I believe that was it was at Henderson. And he hasn't hit a home run since June 11th. First 7 games, he had 5 home runs and 19 RBIs. That's a good start. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Slow breaking pitch nicks the outside corner for a called strike to Milo Obradovich. He singled into center field. Inning should have been over. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bradovich with Connor Bowden on deck. Again, if you're just joining us and you're not familiar with Drakes Creek Park and the new building, it's down the third base left field line. It blocks our view of the Rhythm bullpen, so we don't even know if somebody's up. Breaking pitch stays high, and the count goes 3 balls and a strike. Nowhere to put Bradovich. I would assume that there is somebody warming at least in the full count bullpen, just based on this being my 5th year and being around Josh Carmen, and they went breaking pitch again on 3-1, and that is ball 4. And the Flash lead 3-0. RBI walk by Bradovich. That's the second walk of the inning, second walk of the ball game, as Drew Eisenberg finally does come in to score, and his base running boo-boo is now greased as Jimmy Gamboa, the pitching coach, comes out to have a chat with J.C. Myers. We'll stay right here. This conversation won't last long. Our home plate umpire, Mr. Lovely, Patrick Lovely, won't allow it to go too long. 2 runs in the inning. Both have been unearned due to the error that allowed Satterfield to reach, and the fact that Evans grounded into what should have been the final out before Hayden Jones was hit and Milo Bradovich was walked. Now, Bowden, who singled in the left field, looks at ball 1. And I would say that if Myers allows Bowden to reach, it would be his last batter. There's Henry the Eagle Jackson and Rebecca, his fiancée. They may be on their way up to the press box. Can be good to see Henry Jackson. Rebecca, what? I don't even know why I need to know her last name. It's going to be Jackson as the 2-0 goes to 3-0. Myers not showing good body language out there right now. He's looking like he's defeated. He needs to come back and throw a fastball right down the middle and challenge Connor Bowden. And he does. Good job, JC. As they say, get up and do it again. Make him hit to get on. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on ball 4. He got some help there. Bowden trying to drive in a couple runs instead of being content with walking. And there's our first full count Ministries full count of the ball game. With the bases loaded, they'll be on the run, and that is hacked out to center field. John Paul head over. He's going to make the catch in front of the course and fire and security sign out there and wiggle off the hook. That could have been worse. So 2 runs, they were unearned on just 1 hit. There was 1 error and 3 runners left on base as we head to the bottom of the second. The Flash lead 3-0. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Henry the Eagle Jackson and Rebecca Payton, days away from their nuptials. They're getting married actually here in Middle Tennessee, they said. They came up to the press box to say hello. Henry Jackson, one of the all-time favorite Full Count Rhythm players, multi-year player, is back as first pitch swinging. Devin McCarron fouls that one into and out of the Rhythm dugout. Still, Reese and Eli looking for that first foul ball to get out of play so we can say a AAA autoglass foul ball. 0-1 pitch. It's ground ball right back to and through the, just so we can get down that shot, stay right there. And that's the first hit of the ball game for Full Count. Devin McCarron playing in his third game for the Rhythm. He's headed to Mercer University after playing a year at Chattanooga State. McCarron 3 for 12 in his first 2 or 3 ball games. 1 RBI, looking for his first extra base hit. 4 singles now as Nate Webb, 2 for 5 in yesterday's game, playing in his second game. A good-looking kid right there. Rising freshman to Belmont University. Runner starts to go, and he takes a huge cut at a breaking pitch. Comes up empty. 6'3", 215 pounds from right here in Hendersonville. The son of Justin and Jennifer. Big brother to Caroline. Grandparents Baba and Gammy. Mimi, all 3 in Gallatin, Tennessee. 0-2 pitch misses low and away by Wyatt Colvin on for his second inning. He's got a 1-0 record, 21 innings. He's given up 21 hits, 14 runs, 11 of those are earned. Walked 9, struck out 13. There's a 3.67 ERA for the Flash. And Webb foul tips that one into the mitt, and that's the first out of the second inning on the strikeout. First strikeout of the ball game by Colvin, and Nolan Sargent steps to the plate. Sarge playing in his 17th game, hitting .211. He is weighing his new school offers. Throw over to first. McCarron, not too poor to pay attention, gets back in time. Sargent, a couple of doubles and a triple among his dozen hits. Another bluff by McCarron, but he stays at first. Pitch sails outside to Sargent from McCallie High School. Was at Belmont this past year. The throw over. McCarron back in time. McCarron looking for his first stolen bag of the year. Played in the Valley League. I'm not sure how many games he got there this summer, but apparently wasn't getting enough action. Decided to come home. He's from Smyrna, played at Stewart's Creek High School. And a 1-0 pitch, another one high and away. A lot of baseballs on top of that new building down there. Need to get the big ladder up and go retrieve those. 2-0 pitch turns into a 3-0 count. Keith Bruce, the number 2 guy at Drakes Creek Park, or actually all of Hendersonville City Parks, has been in the building. I saw Andy Gilley, the chief man, earlier talking to Josh Carman before the ball game. Ground ball, that's a line drive. That's going to get foul. Sargent tried to jump on a 3-0 pitch and just got around on it too much. Drew Eisenberg, the right fielder, retrieves that. 320 down the lines here at DC3. 345 in the alleys, 370 to dead center field, out where the AAA auto glass signs are on the big wall. 2 jerseys out there. One for longtime head coach Mike Hendricks for Hendersonville High School, and another one for Zach Curtis, a left-hander. And there's a full count. I mean, a AAA auto glass foul ball for the first time. Heads up on the left side. Where's Reese? It's on the wrong side. Yeah, there is. A guy's a little bit older than Reese. See Sloaney down here. She doesn't care one iota about a AAA auto glass foul ball. Full count Ministries, full count to Nolan Sargent. He lifts another one down the left field line over as Keelan Sanders. He's going to go out of our view and makes the catch, it appears, for out number 1. I never saw anybody make an out sign, but Nolan Sargent coming back, and I did see that the home plate umpire pointed foul, so I'm assuming Sanders caught that in foul territory for out number 2. Charlie Bozeman now stands in. Every Rhythm player in the lineup last night got a hit. 13 hits in total. Bozeman takes a breaking pitch right over the plate. Charlie had a single, drove in a run in the 3-run second inning. Full count, took a 6-0 lead against the Railroaders yesterday. That's popped up straight back here. Heads up. Let's make a play. Oh, right there. The play's made. It went right to him. Don't know who it is, but looks like a college or older young man. He has an easy catch. Handed it to Pablo Sandoval, or at least somebody's wearing the jersey. Swing and a miss, and that is a strike 3 as Bozeman swung a pitch high. And the leadoff single is stranded. 2 strikeouts in the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We are through 2. The Rhythm needing to right the ship here. We'll have a Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen when we return.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
It doesn't look like Hayden Choate, but he's wearing Hayden Choate's number. Why does that not look like Hayden Choate out there for the... He is a lefty. He's got a more serious look on his face, I guess. It is Hayden Choate, the lefty from Lee University. He is on here for the 3rd inning in relief of J.C. Myers. 6'3", 195-pound lefty. He's a redshirt freshman at Lee. He's from Chattanooga. He went to high school with Nolan Sargent, the right fielder, at McCallie, the son of Aaron and Beth Choate in Harrison, Tennessee. Brother to Bailey and the grandson of Gigi in Chattanooga. Also Mia in Chattanooga. He is on to face Jackson Pruitt. First pitch misses for ball 1. Choate tries to step on a fastball there, and that took a little bite out of our home plate umpire, Patrick Lovely. And the count goes 2 balls and no strikes. JC goes 2 innings, gives up 4 hits, 3 runs. Only one of those was earned, walked 2. Did not strike out a batter, plunked 2, and faced 14. Choate's missed with the first 3 pitches that he's delivered. And a 4-pitch walk to Jackson Pruitt. The killing fields of the flies.
Now batting catcher number 4.
My wife's got one now. Susan with that Mark McDaniel fly swatter with, looks like a mitten. I mean, actually looks like a winter glove. There's a called strike at the knees to Andy Lee, the hind catcher for Henderson. Reese is in his baseball ready position. He is down on hands on his knees. He's ready now. He's up as Choate comes set and delivers. Low and outside. Lee flew out to left field to lead off the second inning, and that's when the trouble started. Low and inside. Seventh appearance of the year for Hayden Choate. Lifted out to right field. Sargent is under it. He makes the catch. Route number 1.
Now batting hits on number 5.
Hayden 11 innings in his 6 previous appearances, 10 hits, 11 runs, 9 earned. Walked 14, struck out 12. Has also hit 4 batters. Fastball misses down to Alex Satterfield. Satterfield reached on an error by Devin McCarron, the shortstop. Scored the first of 2 unearned runs in that second inning. The 1-0, swing and a miss, and Stewart, not afraid to throw to a base, bluffed to throw down to first. Nate Webb better be paying attention down there at first base, the rhythm first baseman. There it is. I was looking down at my sheet. We are easily distracted. 2-1 count. That's hit well out the left field. Back goes Bozeman. He is on in front of the track, reaches up, and looks like indecision at first base. And apparently he makes the catch. Looked like he had to make a stab right there at the end. Getting back into first base is Jackson Pruitt. He wasn't sure if Bozeman made the catch, but he does, as the building blocked my view. Did you get to see it? You're sitting 2 feet to my right. He must have caught that right at the warning track as a lefty on lefty matchup. Drew Eisenberg, the right fielder, who walked on 4 pitches. Reese moving over to the other side with the left-handed hitter. He's learning. He's going to get some exercise here tonight. 1-0 pitch. I can hear Henry Jackson out there talking just below the press box from Waxhaw, North Carolina. He and Rebecca, who is a kindergarten teacher, I believe, are getting married on Saturday. Frank and Beth Jackson are Henry's parents. That pitch gets in there for a called strike.
Yep, they look about 1 mile. Go by the way
Caught the corner. Down goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hoptown at Madisonville tonight, and the Fulton Railroaders on the road at Paducah. 2-2 pitch. Grounded hard. That's going to hit the runner. So the runner is out. The batter gets credited for a single. Is that right? Base hit and the put out to the first baseman. Okay, so he's flipping a coin. Okay, so it is a hit. We credit a hit to Eisenberg, but Pruitt is out. And who are you giving that put out to? First baseman, 3 unassisted. And we're out of the inning, is what I know. There was no runs, 1 hit in the inning, no errors, and only 1 runner left on base, I guess. I got to count him as being on base. So finally a 0 up there in the visitors line, and the score is sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 6 with that blinking scoreboard out there. Officially, it's 3-0 Flash. We're heading to the bottom of the 3rd. We're at Drakes Creek Park, field number 3 tonight. We'll be right back.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Wyatt Colvin to face Jonathan Stewart, swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. Wild into the top of the 3rd inning with Eisenberg hitting a smoke shot that would have been in the hole between first and second, but it hit the base runner. It was on Jackson Pruitt before he could do anything. Stewart now down in the count 0-2, and Colvin sails a fastball high and away. Stewart transferring from Delta State to Volunteer State. He's also from Smyrna. He swings and misses at a breaking pitch. 3 strikeouts now for Colvin. And it brings up the number 9 hole hitter, Jake Turr. Jake playing in his 13th game, got here a little late. He had a national championship to win, and he lines one into the glove of the second baseman, Jackson Pruitt. For out number 2, throws over to first just for the fun of it, but first base umpire Michael Tibabijo says Pruitt had made the catch. Terror hit that one well to the opposite field. And it brings up the leadoff batter, Spencer Yu, flew out to the center fielder in left field first time he came to the plate, and he swings at almost the identical pitch that he flew out on in the first inning. Comes up empty this time. Probably better for him. He lines that one. It still doesn't get over that fence, Reese. He was ready. He's down there again. Trying to set the record for a 7-year-old. We have not had a AAA. We've had one AAA autoglass foul ball, and it went off to the left side. 2 balls and a strike. I thought that's what it. Maybe not. There was 2 strikes. Spencer Yu just went down on strikes. Then a 1-2-3 inning for Colvin. Rhythm going to have to get these old Hickory steel press bats going. We are a third of the way through this game, and you only have 1 hit. We'll head to the 4th. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese, Susan Reese on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Move to the top of the 4th inning and the top of the lineup for the Henderson Flash as ball boy Jimmy Gamboa brings out some new baseballs to our home plate umpire, Patrick Lovely. Wonder if we still have the same guy who was listening in from yesterday's game that was very interested in knowing the names of the umpires. Guest 1, 2, 3, 4 on YouTube. Don't know his name. First pitch by Hayden Choate misses down. Hayden's host family is here. My son and daughter-in-law. Wilson and Anna Reese. Wilson just handed Eli a AAA autoglass squishy ball. Where did he get that? Low and outside from Choate. Count goes 2 balls and a strike. Keelan Sanders has 2 singles in his. And see, he's holding something up there to correct something. I don't know. When they do it that adamantly, they're changing. They're saying, hey, something doesn't agree. I don't know what that is, but there was a called strike. Sanders batting for the 3rd time in the 3rd inning. That's way outside. And Jonathan Stewart throws it way wide to Hayden Choate, and it goes into center field. Well, this isn't looking good. Again, our umpire is holding up fingers. Does he? Why is he doing that? Does he? Full count pitch driven to center field. John Paul Head makes the catch before the warning track. Never seen an umpire that is that adamantly putting them up. Unless the scoreboard doesn't agree with what he's saying. Trying to make sure that you feel good about your numbers up there. That's the first time that Sanders has been retired. Colton Evans, he's grounded into 2 fielders' choices. He doesn't have a chance to do that now. without Sanders on at first and swings through a fastball. He's hit a ground ball to second base. He's hit a ground ball to shortstop. Who's next? Who's got a third base card? Jake Merrick hasn't had a play down there at third base. Play. Guess where the batter's going to hit it next? We have that game. It's called a yard card. But we don't play yard card with the opposing team.
Should have a K card, though.
Well, Fulton Railroaders, they have a beer batter. There's the ground ball right back to Hayden Choate, who just about was playing bowling for dollars. As his underhand flip was a one-hopper over to Nate Webb.
Now that's third baseman, number 10.
But Webb was ready for it and makes the grab. Yeah, the Fulton Railroaders have the beer batter. If the designated beer batter strikes out, half price off on beer that inning. Nobody wants to be the beer batter. Hayden Jones been plunked twice by J.C. Myers. He's probably glad to see a different pitcher out there. Hayden Choate trying to get the first 1, 2, 3 inning of the game for full count. Jones fouls that one off. It's kids' night here. Not a ton of kids. There is a younger girls softball tournament going on here at Drakes Creek Park. Ground ball, that's going to get over the glove, and McCarron slides, throws. Webb can't dig it out of the turf. That might be an infield single for Jones right there. A sliding play by McCarron. He popped up and had the time to make the throw, but he can't fault Tim for making a great play to get to a ball and then expect a good throw to first base after he makes that diving or sliding grab. So Jones on base for the third time. Brings up Milo Abradovich, who's been on both times he's come to the plate. Singled in the first, walked in a run with the bases loaded in the second. Looks at ball one high and away. And Choate misses with 2 to Milo Abradovich. LSU Eunice, a junior college down in Louisiana. 3 balls, no strikes. Going to have to ask Eli Lamb what the nickname of LSU Eunice. Are they a client of the scorer's table? 3-0 pitch on the outside corner. And I don't even know where Eunice is. I don't even know who she is. You think it's close to Shreveport? Bossier City or Bossier Parish? There's a AAA autoglass foul ball. Where's Reese? Oh, Eli way late to the ball game there. He's out after it after 3 big kids get after it. Full Count Ministries, full count. We'll have the Full Count Ministries verse of the game at the conclusion of tonight's contest. Runner on first taking off. And another AAA autoglass foul ball. Is he there? Did he get there? I'll see the look at his mom and dad that I can see out of the press box here. And I don't see them getting excited. Full count pitch. We'll do it again. Runner goes. Ground ball to the hole. Diving plates off the glove by Merrick. On to third base goes Jones. And there's another single. Back-to-back hits for the Flash. Put runners at first and third as Jones was off with the pitch. And Merrick tried to make the diving stop. Not sure that McCarron had a play in the hole. That's now the 7th hit of the ball game for the Flash. Full count 3-1 against the Flash this year. This is the 5th game. They'll end up as that ball is laced to the right fielder, Nolan Sargent. Connor Bowden stroked that one right to the right fielder, but a loud out to end the inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left aboard. And a Rhythm going to try to get on the board here in the bottom of the 4th.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Go to the top of the 4th inning, the Rhythm will send 2, 3, and 4 to the plate, facing Wyatt Colvin, the right-hander at Hanover University from Prospect, Kentucky. John Paul Head lined out to the second baseman, Jackson Pruitt. His first plate appearance, just a step away from an inside fastball. He's hit by a pitch at Hoptown and took one more at bat, got a sacrifice fly, was not credited with it. Grounds 1 to third, backhanded by Jones. Throw across the diamond is in time to get John Paul Head.
Next up, the Rhythm.
Hayden Jones, the games that I've seen him playing third base, is looking pretty good over there. I'm not sure if he's got a shot at being the everyday third baseman for the Blue Raiders this next year or not, but he's looked good in the Ohio Valley League. Jake Merrick takes a called strike. He's looked good at third base for full count as well. And he gets hit by that pitch. That's his 8th plunking of the year to match his number 8 on his jersey. It now ties him with Trevor Sossman of the Fulton Railroaders, depending on what Trevor has done tonight.
Shortstop number 15, McCarron.
I think we've had 2 straight games and neither team actually hit a opposing batter. And here tonight we've got 3 plunkings. And Devin McCarron stands in. He singled up the middle. And looks at a pitch on the river for a called strike. Heidelberg Rubio listening in. He resides in Nicaragua. I think he's probably still in Ocotal. There's a AAA autoglass. Heads up, Reese. Andrew, you're right over there. No, they weren't ready. Eli saw it, though. Couldn't get over there quick enough. Too many kids in the tub. There's too many elbows to scrub. I just washed a behind that I'm sure wasn't mine. Ground ball to third. That's going to sneak on through and into the outfield down the line. McCarron rounds first, hits the second, and head first dive into third base is Jake Merrick. Devin McCarron with a do-dat double. Runners now at second and third. That one right down the third base line. There is McCarron's first extra base hit in a full count Rhythm uniform. And it's 2 on with 1 out. Nate Webb with an opportunity to drive in the Framework Athletics first runs of the game again in the second straight ball game. And a drive out to left center field that sends Sanders back. He makes the catch. And tagging from third base, robbing Nate Webb of extra bases, was Sanders, who got to the warning track quickly right out there at the 345 mark. So Ken Stegall, the official score for the Full Count Rhythm, he knows how to put a sacrifice fly in that Game Changer app. That's the second out. And there's the Framework Athletics first run of the game. Second straight night that Nate Webb has driven that run in. The Rhythm down 3-1. First pitch swinging, Nolan Sargent fouls that one off to the left side. And that is a AAA autoglass foul ball over toward field number 2. And it looks like it must have gone over the fence into the field. Sargent flew out to the left fielder in foul territory in the second inning. Looks at ball 1 outside. Nolan does not have a home run yet this year. Dozen hits, includes 2 doubles and a triple. He's got 1 of 3 three-baggers. Looks at a breaking pitch that nips at that outside corner. He's down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Takes ball 2 inside. Pretty close pitch there by number 11. Played in 28 games for Belmont this past spring. Grounds one to the right side, fielded by the first baseman. He'll flip to Colvin for the final out. Nice play there by Colton Evans down at first base. We've seen Christian Kuiper normally down there at first base, but he's apparently getting the night off. There has been some movement for the Flash on their roster, and Colton Evans is one of them. But the Rhythm get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Heading to the top of the 5th inning. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Welcome back. We're heading to the top of the 5th inning. Flash will send 6, 7, and 8 in their lineup to the plate, and that includes number 6, Jackson Pruitt. If only he was playing in the 6th position. That would be the shortstop position. That'd be a trifecta. Number 6, batting 6, playing in the 6 hole, but he's playing in the 4 hole. Grounded out to the 6 hole in his first plate appearance, and then drew a walk, and then got bruised on a hard shot off the bat of Drew Eisenberg, who hit what would have been a single between first and second base, but it hit Pruitt's legs as he was running to second base. And a chopper to third. Merrick charges gloves. Throws to Webb, who stretches out and makes the catch for out number one. Nice play there by Merrick down at third base. One pitch. One out. If I only let my wife talk on the broadcast. I don't even have her microphone cord plugged in. She's pretty happy about that. She likes to be behind the scenes. Me too. I'm a behind the scenes kind of a guy. One ball, no strikes to Andy Lee. I've been calling him Andrew Lee, and then the last time I think we were over at Henderson, I never heard anybody call him Andrew. They kept calling him Andy. So I figure that's what he would introduce himself to me if, in fact, he ever did that. He has not. Then again, I haven't introduced myself to him either. But he's wearing my number. That's number 7. It's God's favorite number. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Looks at a called strike. He's now down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. A long-time Flash player would say there's a good chance this is his 4th year. 1-2 from Hayden Choate, misses outside. Outfield, left to right, Charlie Bozeman, John Paul Head, Nolan Sargent. We'll go left to right from the infield as well. Jake Merrick, Devin McCarron, Jake Turr, and Nate Webb. Behind the plate is Jonathan Stewart. Another slowly hit ground ball to Jake Merrick. Another play over to Nate Webb, and that's worked well twice this inning. And another inning that Hayden Choate has an opportunity to retire the first 3 batters of the inning. Got this far in the 4th, but gave up an infield single to Hayden Jones. And then another single to Milo Abradovich before getting the line out to the right fielder, as Alex Satterfield couldn't hold up on that swing. Choate delivers the breaking pitch that whispers at the outside corner as it goes by for a called strike. He is ahead in the count to Satterfield. About to throw his 50th pitch in his 3rd inning. If he gets through this relatively quickly, I would guess he's got a shot to come out for the 6th. 0-2 pitch is high. Satterfield reached on an error, scored, and flew out to left field. He's 0 for 2. In the turf, infield is artificial turf here at DC3. All grass outfield. That has helped on a couple of nights that rain has come in the middle of the game or before the game. 2-2 pitch. 7 or 8 of the Rhythm players started walking toward the dugout. But our home plate umpire says not so fast. And we'll have a full count, Ministries, full count. All the runners will be on the move. Of course, there aren't any. Swing and a miss, and our first Safeware strikeout of the night. And a 1-2-3 inning by Hayden Choate. That's what the Rhythm needs right there to get them started. A good half inning in the top. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. It's time to get the bats going. But we're going to keep it right here. I forgot to tell you, hon. Between the 5th and the top and the bottom of the 5th, we have our full count Rhythm history spotlight. And what is it tonight? The subject is extra inning games. And our first extra inning game last night, it was a modified extra inning game. Only played a half inning under the new rule, and the Rhythm held the Railroaders to no runs, so they got the 9-8 victory. That made me think, oh, well, how many times have we actually gone to extra innings? Well, in the last 4 years, the Rhythm have had 12 extra inning games that were actually played in a somewhat regular manner. I think we still put a runner, international rule, put a runner at second base, and then you scored the runs. But a 7-5 record in 21 through 24, that first year, the very first extra inning game was a loss to Franklin, and then got back at them just a little over, actually it was 4 years ago today, but not today, on my daughter's birthday on July 14th, as she is here with her youngest baby. We don't have enough time in between the top of the fifth and the bottom of the fifth to get to that full history lesson on extra innings. As we are underway with the bottom of the fifth, Charlie Bozeman looks at a called strike. So Cassidy Reese Snapka up with 2 of her 3 children. Charlie, the youngest, that's Charlotte Rose Snapka. Actually, only one of hers. The other one was Eli, right? Okay. Is Reese up here? Yep, I said Cassidy Rose Snapka. Oh, I said Cassidy Reese Snapka. You're right. I did. Oh, that's right. You dropped the Reese, didn't you? You gave it to your son. Smoked foul down the third base line just past the Rhythm dugout by Bozeman. He struck out to end the second. Wyatt Colvin had 47 pitches in the first 4 innings. He has been dealing here for the Flash. Another one laced down the left field line. It's foul. Reese got you a foul ball tonight? All right. Got you a squishy ball. 2-2 pitch. That's off the handle in the left field. On comes Sanders to make the catch for out number 1. All right. Keep a tight grasp on that 1-year-old. She'll wreck the whole system. You got to be real careful with the 5-year-old. Eli likes to press buttons too. Jonathan Stewart, the catcher, stands in. Struck out to start the third. Get the crowd mic up. He takes a pitch high and tight. Do we need time with Reese and Eli on the in-between innings broadcast? There's a AAA autoglass foul ball right over there where Reese and Eli were, over by the playground down the right field line. There's now 1 kid after that one. That would have been you, Reese. Pitch in the dirt or the turf. Eli got him a sticker on his face. Is it 2 of them? 2 of them. They're tattoos? Are they stickers or tattoos? They're both. 2-1 pitch. And another AAA autoglass foul ball. That's going toward field 4. Grandpa got a AAA autoglass foul ball. 2-2 count. Swing and a miss by Stewart on a pitch well outside. He's down swinging for out number 2. Fourth strikeout for Wyatt Colvin. And that brings up Jake Turr. He lined out to his counterpart, the second baseman, Jackson Pruitt. Devin Neely checking in. I'll get you the umpires tonight. Ball 1 inside. Behind the plate is Patrick Lovely. His first appearance here at a full count Rhythm game. Smoked right by Jonas Smithson at first base. Coach's box. Reached his hand out there like he was going to go after it, but that was a joke. Ooh, that one hit Turr on the hand. They're going to check to see if he actually swung. And he's going to go down to first base with a hit by a pitch. Second hit batter of the game by Colvin. And that's going to hurt for a while. Turr gets that one right off that left hand, I believe. Back to the top of the lineup, Spencer Hughes, 0 for 2, stands in. Flash scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second. Rhythm came back with 1 in the bottom of the fourth. Flash lead 3-1 as the Rhythm bat here in the bottom of the fifth. Jonas Smithson, part-time athletic trainer, goes over and checks on Jake Turr, and he says he's fit for duty. And Yu swings at a pitch defensively, fouls that one off to the right side. That 5-year-old mentality, he just cannot look at this countertop and not touch something, can he? 0-1, misses low and away. That fly swatter, just leave it down, Eli. We need that. We got flies around here. Down low. Coming up on 8:30, it's getting close to little Sloan and or to Charlie's nap or bedtime, isn't it? She took a good nap, got up late, even from her rest last night. 2-1 pitch. That's going to catch the outside corner, and Spencer Yu now with a 2-strike count. Her is 3 for 4 in stolen bases. Does not go there, and Yu swings at basically the same pitch that Stewart swung at. And he couldn't hit that with a telephone pole. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base. We're through 5. 3-1. The Flash lead. Do we need Eli? Do you need to chat with the folks? Let's see if we can figure out this configuration to get the microphone over to you. All right, here you go. You got to hold this. Come over here. Don't sit on a chair. Andrew's got to sit over there. All right. All right, you ready, Eli?
Yeah.
Say hello.
Hello.
All right, you pretty happy you got your 7-year-old cousin here?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Reese Snapka.
Reese Snapka. And you came over to the house and saw Reese and Sloan and Charlie, right?
Yeah.
What'd you do before you came to the ball game?
Well, I can't really remember. Reese rode an all car and he rode back there next to me in the trunk. And
He rode with you in the trunk of the
Yeah.
car?
my mom and all Kristoff and there and 2 other little princesses for Lucy, Moana, and Elsa.
Okay, you don't need to stick your face down that close to it. All right, and what do you have on your face?
Rhythm tattoos.
Some rhythm tattoos. Can you say Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen? Hendersonville
Hendersonville
Firefighters
Association
call to the bullpen.
Call to the bullpen.
There you go. Logan Harrell is our new pitcher. Do you know Logan?
No.
He wears number 29. He's old man Harrell's boy. Do you know old man Harrell?
No.
That's Mike Harrell. His mom is Amy.
Oh.
You don't know anybody named Amy, do you? All right, that's going to be time with Eli right there, as we got to get back to action. First pitch from Logan Harrell, misses low. Get the crowd mic back out there. And Harrell misses with the first two. So he delivers to the 9-hole hitter, Drew Eisenberg. Eisenberg technically has been on base both times he's come to the plate. Walked and scored in the second, and he hit the ball that caromed off of Jackson Pruitt as it was headed into right field for a base hit. So technically he reached first, but the inning ended. That's a nice sharp breaking pitch by Harrell. And count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss is Aunt Cassidy talking to Eli down there below the press box.
Wow.
On deck is Keelan Sanders, a leadoff batter. Pam Roach listening in. Paula Sims, they're quickly becoming super fans. As a AAA autoglass foul ball. It actually stays in the field of play down the left field line. Charlie's tired. You can hear it in her little cry there. Got the Snapkas out in the swimming pool at our neighbor. A AAA autoglass foul ball toward field number 2 over the Framework Athletics hospitality tent. That's not a tent anymore. It's a half a pavilion. It's where the merch pavilion is. 2-2 pitch from Harrell trying to put away Eisenberg. Throws a breaking pitch that Eisenberg does not bite on. And we'll have a full count. Ministries full count. Logan on for his 7th appearance of the year. It's only his 2nd in relief. He leads the ball club in innings pitched, 21 in the 3rd. He also leads in strikeouts with 32. Has a 3.38 ERA. Trying to retire the first batter here in the 6th. And there's a full count. First pitch foul ball. Just over the new building. AAA autoglass foul ball. Eisenberg heading to Wren Lake to become a Warrior. Grounds one to Devin McCarron at short. He gloves and throws right on time to Nate Webb. And there's the first out. McCarron did not play a lot of shortstop at Chat State this past year. Started out there. He said it did not go well. And I think he got a little time at third base. When I saw him playing, he was, I think, in the outfield, put a little bit of center field. He's a good athlete, runs well, but he is headed to Mercer, and they want to see him at shortstop as the first pitch from Harrell gets in there for a called strike to Sanders, who's 2 for 3. So Josh Carmen working him in at the shortstop position. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the turf. That took a little bite out of Jonathan Stewart as he's trying to do the right-handed lean. Must have got him just to the left of the chest protector. Right between the chest protector and the left shoulder. Is this Eric Owen, our interim trainer? Because it's not Brad Swope. We must have fired Brad Swope. Hadn't seen him in forever. He lives right across the street from my son and daughter-in-law, and I think actually is Jonathan Stewart staying at his house from time to time? Let's see. He is. Party time. It's been parties while the Swope's been out of town, I think. Vicky Maloney, she's been a super fan for years. Mike Harrell, there's old man Harrell. He says Russian spy probably. All right, I'm just now seeing that. I don't know what it references. Devin Neely, I didn't get the rest of the umpires for you. Patrick Lovely behind the plate. Michael Tibabijo is at first base. Manny Salazar is the third base umpire. Sorry. Jonathan Stewart been deemed okay to continue. 0-2 pitch, grounded toward the right side. Nate Webb will have that one, and I don't know if he thought about he was going to tag the runner, or it's like he kind of had a glitch there for a second and then said, hey, wait a minute, all I got to do is just go touch first base. And he did for out number 2.
Now that is first baseman number 4.
Now Colton Evans will stand in. He's 0 for 3. The first baseman tonight for the Henderson Flash. Last year's champions in the Ohio Valley League. 7 takes a called strike. First OVL championship for the Flash. Swing and a miss. They finished the regular season last year a half game behind Madisonville with a 22-17 record, but defeated the Chiefs who had to play. I guess there was only one play-in game last year. That was Fulton that had to play Hoptown in a play-in game. And Fulton, who had the worst record in the Ohio Valley League, beat Hoptown, then won their first round matchup as AAA Autoglass foul ball off to the right side, and there go the kids on kids night. Whoa, and young lady just stepped right in the mud. Reese is behind him, but he's well back in third place. Henderson Flash defeated Paducah 2-1 as the 0-2 pitch is spiked in the semifinal, and then defeated the Fulton Railroaders, who were trying to become the surprise champions after finishing last in the regular season with 13-25 record. But the Flash won the final game after losing that second game. Won their first championship in the 5-game race. Another ground ball slowly hit to McCarron. He's going to throw on the run, and this one is right to Nate Webb. He's getting that throw on the run perfected. Nice play by McCarron, and there is back-to-back 3-up, 3-down innings for 2 different pitchers for full count. Hayden Choate and Logan Harrell. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. The Rhythm need a couple runs to get back into this ball game. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Got a new pitcher on for the Henderson Flash. New right-hander, number 33, Matt Ray, comes on in relief of Wyatt Colvin, who goes 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Did not walk a batter, struck out 6, but did plunk 2 Rhythm players. I don't think he did it on purpose. He gets through the lineup twice, plus 1 batter. So that's 19 that he faced in his 5 innings. And right now, the pitcher of record looking to go 2-0 on the season. No walks is an excellent outing. I got 5 strikeouts. Did I miss 1, 2, 3, 4? Yep, I missed 1. I don't know why I would have second guessed Ken Stegall. He's the best official scorer in the league. It's the best official scorer I've ever seen, actually. There has not been in any game that I broadcasted a better official scorer. First pitch swinging, John Paul Head lifts that one out to right field. Drew Eisenberg behind the pole makes the catch for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. You had that one, didn't you, Suze? Is this your 4th game to work with me? My lovely wife. Doing a bang-up job, by the way. Jake Merrick, he's 0 for 1. He's been hit, but that doesn't count toward a continuing hitting streak. He's got a 12-gamer on the line. Andrew Holmes, our score clock operator, says Jake Merrick is going to go big fly in this at-bat. He's calling his yard card right now. Not a bad call. He's got 3 on the season. Oh, 2-0 turns into a 3-0. Squares the bunt. That's what he likes to do. And that's ball 4. There's no chance he was going to actually bunt at that. 4-pitch walk puts Merrick on base. His on-base streak continues. That's as now Devin McCarron has been asked to hit a home run. For Ken Stegall, our official scorer, fouls that one off toward field number 4, a AAA autoglass foul ball. John Paul Head's on-base streak is on the line. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Merrick leads off at first, does not go, and McCarron fouls that one off. He's down in the count 0-2. Ken Stegall's yard card right now is not looking so good.
Oh, that's why we got 3 strikes.
Karen singled, he's doubled. I'm guessing he's going to triple here. It would be a pattern. He's 2 for 2. Ken Stegall says he's going to homer before he triples. I don't know that we've ever had a cycle. Tapper down the third base line. Carson Howard makes the play. Best fielding third base coach in the league. No question. Jonas Smithson at first base. He doesn't even try. Of course, Carson Howard's college baseball career is over. Jonas Smithson's still got a couple years left, I believe. Rising junior at Trevecca. 1-2. That's drilled to right center field, but over is Eisenberg to cut that one off for out number 2. Eisenberg with a couple of putouts, and there goes Ken Stegall's yard card. Now 2 outs brings up Nate Webb. He's driven in the only run of the game. A deep fly ball to left center field that was tracked down by Keelan Sanders, the left fielder. Picked up his second RBI in 2 games. Nate Webb, a recent graduate at Pope Prep right down the road here in Sumner County. Headed to become a Bruin at Belmont University and play for my alma mater, the Belmont Bruins in Nashville, and head coach Dave Jarvis. Dave Jarvis has been at Belmont since 1997. That's as old as my youngest daughter. 28 years that he's been there.
Yeah, I was waiting.
Ground ball foul. Carson Howard makes the play, I think. I told him on the bus ride back, he sits right behind me on the bus, and I said, Carson, one of these days I want to see you lay out and make a play, okay? I want to see a diving effort, throw over to first. Merrick is back. And I'm going to tell you, the man from Pike Road, Alabama, he'll go for it. He absolutely will make the attempt. I have no doubt. Breaking pitch sails right across the plate. Webb wasn't expecting that one. Hayden Choate with a great relief effort. 3 innings, 3 hits, no runs. That's another fly ball. Looks like Eisenberg's getting an opportunity to make all 3 outs here in the 6th, and he apparently does out of the view of this broadcaster. But they're running off the field like he made the catch, so I'm going to use my context clues. No runs, no hits, no errors. Jake Merritt walk as he was stranded. We are now 2/3 of the way through this ball game. Rhythm trail 3-1. We're heading to the top of the 7th. We'll be right back.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association called to the bullpen for full count. They'll send their 4th pitcher of the ball game out to the mound, and it's Eli Potter, a left-hander who's now headed to the Sewanee, the University of the South, after being at Christian Brothers University last year. From Dixon County High School, his hometown is Burns, Tennessee, the son of Todd and Ginger Potter, brother to Alex, grandson of Gran in Burns, Tennessee, and granddad and Nana also in Burns. And Potter on in relief of Logan Harrell, also known as Lowe, as I'm assuming that's his sister, Kaylee H., who had a comment on YouTube, for those of you on Facebook that did not see that. And Potter delivers a first pitch strike to Hayden Jones, who's been on base all 3 times he's been to the plate. Harrell goes a clean 3 up, 3 down in his 1 inning. I guess a between starts bullpen session that he did out here in the middle of the action here in game number 25 of the year for Full Count. Potter going to be heading to Sewanee along with teammate Spencer Hughes. That one's lifted out to center field. John Paul Head over and makes the catch for out number 1. First time that Jones has been retired today. 8 straight retired by Rhythm pitching as Milo Abradovich steps to the plate. He's also been on base all 3 times, 2 for 2. Couple singles and RBI, but the RBI came on a bases loaded walk as Potter delivers low. Another fly ball out to the right side. Nolan Sargent says it's my turn, and he makes the catch in right center field for out number 2. Relief pitching has been given the Rhythm an opportunity here to get back into this ball game. Choate 3 innings, 3 hits, no runs. Harrell a clean 1-2-3 inning, and now 2 up, 2 down for Eli Potter. Potter, 6 foot, 170-pound left-hander. Making his 9th appearance of the year, gets a called strike. That is the most by a rhythm pitcher now. 11 innings prior to this, 8 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned. Walked 5, struck out 14. That ball's hit down the right field line. Pretty well hit. Nolan Sargent at the warning track. Can't haul it in. Rounding second, heading to third to throw. In time to get Connor Bowden. Bowden delivered one down in that right field corner. Nolan Sargent, I see, still now picking up his hat, and he is running back in. Got it off of the glove, but it dropped right at the warning track. He had a long run to make, but a 9-2. Who was that? Was that the shortstop on the throw? Yeah, that got to, that's the shortstop who made that throw. So a 9-6-5 retires Bowden for out number 3, but a double to Bowden down that right field line. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. A great relay there, and a great job by McCarron to be the backup relay man. So we will take a short break, and we'll be back with the bottom of the 7th as it is stretch time here at DC3.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Welcome back to Hendersonville, Tennessee, where the Full Count Rhythm, not the Hendersonville Rhythm, are taking on the Henderson Kentucky Flash. Full Count, the only team in the Ohio Valley League that is not headquartered in Kentucky. And we found out the other day when we were talking to the commissioner that the epicenter for the Ohio Valley League is Madisonville. We found out that teams need to be within a 150-mile radius of Madisonville, Kentucky. Maybe trying to add on into the league. Of course, the Rhythm left. We have a he's saying number 14 for number 9. So Bowden, who was a center fielder, I assume Braden Gable is going to be the new center fielder. Yeah, he's Patrick Lovely, very helpful to the broadcast booth here. Well, the question is, did Bowden or did Gable move over into left or center field or left field? Keelan Sanders was the left fielder. I don't know if my Bushnells are going to be able to pick up that yellow out there as the number as Nolan Sargent takes a breaking pitch down and count 2 balls and a strike. Out the left-handed hitter. I think he was a left-handed thrower as well, right? Sargent walks. Matt Ray in his second inning walks his second batter.
Now batting with your number 3, Charlie.
Question is about Drew Eisenberg, where he went to high school on YouTube. Charlie Bozeman looks at a ball outside, and Andy Lee is going to go out and have a conversation with Matt Ray. I don't know where Drew Eisenberg went to high school. I might have looked that up one time, but he's from Bowling Green, Kentucky. So guessing you can get on the Googler there and put in Drew Eisenberg. I'll bet you a good financial analyst probably be able to work a computer. The meeting by the catcher did not help. Ball 2 to Bozeman. So Braden Gable has replaced Connor Bowden. Maybe he had a bad slide in there at third base. Assuming he went in at center field. Throw over to first base. Well, I'm writing in my score sheet. Breaking pitch catches the plate. Bozeman with a little hop. Looking for his first hit. Grounds one foul. Past the third base coach, Carson Howard. Charlie struck out to end the second. Flew out to begin the fifth. Batting here in the middle of the inning now. Close pitch there that he took for ball 3 in a Full Count Ministries full count. At the end of the game, we'll have the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game and the Full Count Ministries verse of the game. Runner from first takes off, and that's ball 4. He can take his time. That is back-to-back walks to begin the 7th by Matt Ray. And that will mean a visit from pitching coach Logan Haslam. Logan, a pitcher last year for the Henderson Flash. He had the lowest earned run average in the league with a 1.588 ERA, and he was a multi-year pitcher for the Flash as well, probably at least 3 years, because he was there in 2023, the last year that Full Count was in it, prior to leaving the Prospect League for a year. And he's from Willamette University up in Oregon. I think he's from California, but apparently he loves the Henderson, Kentucky area. He is back as J.D. Arndt's pitching coach this year. He also was tied for the overall wins with teammate Josh Coons, Dalton Sisson of the Hoptown Hoppers, and Luke Connors of the Madisonville Miners. The 4 of them had 4 wins of the year, as Tim Ferguson calling the yard card on a bunt. Jonathan Stewart, a throw down to first. He is out, but the sacrifice bunt works. Tim Ferguson used up his yard card on a sac bunt. He wasn't thinking that was going to happen, did he? Nice play by Andy Lee to come out from behind the plate as he lays down the bunt. That was the second baseman. Okay.
I think that should be allowed to be boiled.
I agree, Ken. Ken says Tim Ferguson ought to lose his yard card for 2 games. Jake Turr at the plate with 2 tying runs in scoring position. It's a chopper over the mound, and only play is to first base. Turr drives in a run on a ground out, 6-3. As Sargent comes in to score. Bozeman moves down to third base. Now 2 are out. So a couple of walks, a sac bunt, and a ground out have produced the second run of the ball game for Full Count. Spencer Yu 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts stands in. Hits one to the right side. Bobbled and underhand toss by Colton Evans. Retires Yu 3-1, but the Rhythm do get one of those runs back with a single tally in the bottom of the 7th. And 1 run, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We're headed to the top of the 8th, 3-2. The Flash still lead.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Hendersonville Firefighter Association called to the bullpen for the Rhythm. Number 45, left-hander Tim Dixon from North Central University. It's in, let me make sure that's right. It is North Central University. Never heard of it until he came to live with me. 5'10", 200-pound lefty. That school is in Minneapolis, Minnesota. His home, though, is in Vermilion, South Dakota, where his parents live, Mark and Sonny Dixon. They made the drive from Vermilion, started yesterday. I think they got to Alton or O'Fallon, Missouri last night, and then drove in today to see their one and only child pitch today.
Now batting second baseman number 3.
Is a grandma in Des Moines, Iowa. He calls her Noy. His mentor, Eric Alexander, was here earlier tonight. As the first pitch he delivers to Jackson Pruitt in there for a called strike. A crafty left-hander is what you could call him. Never heard of a crafty right-hander, that's right. And the first pitch is delivered out to center field for a base hit by Pruitt. That's his first hit of the game. Dixon on for his 7th appearance. He's thrown 8 in the 3rd innings. Been hit around a little bit. 14 hits, 14 runs, 10 earned, 7 walks, 6 strikeouts. He's going to try to keep the baseball off the opponent's body. In his last 2 outings, he has hit 4 batters. 10.8 ERA, delivers a pitch high to Andy Lee. He is looking for a ground ball to a middle infielder here. Andy Lee's 0 for 3. Runner from first takes off. Pitch is swung on, driven out to, that's going to be a double play. Nolan Sargent makes the catch and throws to Nate Webb for a 9-3 do-dat double play, just what the doctor ordered for Tim Dixon. Renner was off with the pitch.
Next up is the flash, shortstop, number 5.
And an easy throw by Sargent as Pruitt did not hustle back. I guess he just figured he was toasted cheese. Alex Satterfield lines one over the head of Jake Merrick for a base hit. And with 2 out, a runner at first base. 2 hits in the inning. Brings up Drew Eisenberg. Devin Neely says he went to Bowling Green High School. Well, he's going to go play for my buddy Chris Modelmog, the head coach of the Wren Lake Warriors, junior college baseball. A two-way player, as that ball gets in the dirt, that'll move the runner over to second base on the wild pitch. Rhythm don't want to hand back the run they just got in the bottom of the 7th. Want to get Eisenberg here. Walked, singled, and grounded out. The lefty on lefty matchup, not apparently to the liking of Tim Dixon. He's gone wide twice to the left-handed hitting right fielder. There's also a pitcher for the Flash. 2-0 pitch slung in there on the outside corner for a called strike. He does not overpower you with speed. He might get it up there at 75 miles an hour. Mostly it's off speed and break pitch as the runner takes off for third. Throw down and a diving play by Merrick as that base was stolen on the pitcher. A stolen base by Satterfield. Pitch a strike to Eisenberg. Now runner at third base. Manufactured. Eisenberg takes a pitch high and we'll have a full count. Ministries full count. Hoptown Hoppers lead the Madisonville Miners 7-5, and Eisenberg did not want to walk. He swung at a pitch that almost hit him in the chin, and a AAA autoglass foul ball down the right field line. Pablo Sandoval, the kid in the Pablo Sandoval jersey, hustling after that, thinks he can beat the other guy that was about 10 steps in front of him. We'll do it all over again. Ball 4. Puts runners at the corners. Now Keelan Sanders, the leadoff batter.
Walking up to the plate, left fielder number 20, Keelan Sanders.
Sanders, 2 hits in his first 2 at-bats, and then a fly out and a ground out. He's 2 for 4. Let's see if Eisenberg takes off. He does not, and the pitch is hit out to left field. Charlie Bozeman comes on and makes the catch. We're out number 3 as Dixon wiggles off the hook. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We are headed to the bottom of the 8th. The Rhythm have 6 outs to work with. They are trailing 3-2. Like to get a winning streak going if they, after the 9-8 extra inning win yesterday against Fulton. They are trailing the Flash 3-2 here as we go to the bottom of the 8th. We'll be right back.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
John Paulhead's going to lead off here in the bottom of the 8th inning, and he needs to get on base. His 22-game on-base streak is on the line, and center fielder. Center fielder's got a problem out there. I'm not sure what he's doing, but he is bent over. I assume that is Braden Gable, who came in for Connor Bowden. It is not. That is Keelan Sanders, who went over to center field. It's number 20, so Braden Gable is the left fielder. One of the coaches gone out now. I think that's Eric Owen, who's the trainer. And I'm guessing that might be a stomach issue, but just don't know. Let's get you an out-of-town scoreboard here. Hoptown Hoppers 7-5 as Hoptown batting in the top of the 9th. They had a 5-run 8th inning to take the 7-5 lead over Madisonville. Connor Scheidt with a home run in that ball game. Looks like it's a pinch hit grand slam in that 5-run 8th. And now they lead 8-5 as the Paducah Chiefs defeated the Fulton Railroaders 10-0 tonight. That game ended in 3. Paducah walked it off. Looks like we're going to have a new outfielder. If he turns around, 21. Is he already in the game? Brendan Bergen. Let's see, will they move Eisenberg? Eisenberg is now the new center fielder. He comes over from right field. As Gable is out. And now 21, Brendan Bergen. Ken, do you have that? Where'd Ken go? Ken, calling Ken. Number 21, Brendan Bergen is the new right fielder. Who's that for? Over here. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Spicy chicken sandwich delivered. So John Paul Head still has not batted here, facing Matt Ray, but the new right fielder is Brendan Bergen. The new center fielder, Drew Eisenberg, moved over to center field. So the starting left fielder and the starting center fielder are now out of the ball game. John Paul Head looks at a breaking pitch, low and away for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. I want to thank Chick-fil-A of Rivergate for being the title sponsor and also providing the meals tonight for both clubs and the rhythm section up here in the press box. Ground ball to the left side. That's gloved by Hayden Jones. His throw over to first is going to retire Head, and unless the rhythm can put some batters in the box, John Paul might have just had his on-base streak in it. Second time he's grounded out to Hayden Jones. Those are the 2 top hitters in the league. And Jake Merrick steps in. His hitting streak is on the line. He's been on base on a hit by pitch and a walk. Takes a slider down for ball one. Merrick came in hitting .387. Tied for second in the league in hits with 29. He's tied with Coulter Hamilton of Madisonville. Swings and fouls that one into the mitt. 3 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 30 RBIs. That is second in the league to John Paul's 38. He did draw his 24th walk of the year, and that ties him with John Paul for second in the league. And now he's a pitch away from taking the walk lead away from John Paul. Production goes way down, Ken, after the meals are delivered up here in the press box. Have you noticed that? 3-1. That is chopped right in front of the mound. Matt Ray off, and he makes the play over to first. 2 out, brings up Devin McCarron. Single, a double, and a fly out. And he let somebody down. I can't remember now who called. I think that was Ken Stegall. Called yard card for him. Getting late. I might have to go Devin McCarron right here for the yard card myself. See if he can tie it up. Fouls that one straight back. Chattanooga State this past year, Devin had 13 big flies, 70 RBIs in 55 games. It's a lot of RBIs. He backs away from a high breaking pitch. It's called a strike. Hit .368 for the Tigers. 8 doubles. He is headed to Mercer University in Macon, Georgia. Fastball high. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 6 foot, 205-pound redshirt junior from Smyrna. He's a creeker from Stewart's Creek. Daryl and Amber McCarron are his parents. Tapper down the third base line. It'll go foul. He hit a double that hugged that third base line in the 4th inning. He's got a younger brother, Caden, and a Nana in Smyrna. He's got a Pawpaw and Mimi in Culleoka, Tennessee, and a Papaw and Granny in Smyrna. And he needs to hit one out of the yard right here, and he's not going to. He's going to foul another one to Carson Howard, who's getting some ground ball practice. Wearing my favorite number, number 7. Pig's been wearing that number for years. Wonder who wore 7 prior to that. Prior to Pig Howard getting here, who wore number 7 for the full count rhythm? 2-2 pitch. And good job by McCarron to spoil a good pitch. There you go. Ken Stegall. I forgot all about that. Gunnar Ricketts was the first rhythm player to ever wear the number 7. How did I forget that? 2-2. That misses somewhere, high and or away. So shortstop Alex Satterfield started running off the field. And Devin McCarron's going to have to hit one on a full count. Ministries full count. 2 out, nobody on. And he's going to draw the walk, and I retain my yard card. 3rd time that he gets on base. And the 4th walk by Matt Ray. I do see a head down there in the Flash bullpen. There's Nate Webb. In his 2nd game, could he get the big? I might have to go big fly here. Let's just double up. Nate Webb, he's going to shock the Flash right here. In his 2nd game with a full count rhythm, he's going to hit a go-ahead 2-run home run. Suze, you still got a yard card to use. He nearly took one out of here in the 4th inning. Drove in the Framework Athletics first run of the game. At the 3:45 as McCarron takes off and Webb fouls that one off. A AAA on a glass foul ball. This is when you make your hay right here, Reese. Yeah, all the other kids are gone. The 1-1 coming to Webb. The Rhythm first baseman's going to have to wait after the throw to first base. Karen's still looking for his first stolen bag, and he might have been going there. Throw over, and looked like he had a knee buckle going. "15 of 17 at Chat State, and he's off again. A swing and a miss. Throw down is not in time. McCarron now in scoring position. His first century steal of second base for full count. That's the first steal of a bag tonight. Rhythm hadn't had a whole lot of runners on base. Have left runners on in each of the last 4 innings. Runner's going to take off again, and a swing and a miss is going to end the inning. Nate Webb is down on strikes. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner is left aboard. And we're going to go to the 9th. We're going to see if we can have another exciting finish. The Rhythm trail this time as they head to the 9th. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighter Association call to the bullpen. The 5th pitcher, 6th pitcher, 2, 4, 6 pitcher of the night for Full Count is Ryan Sweeney. He's no stranger to the Full Count Rhythm mound. Just getting back from his vacation, 5'11", 180-pound rising junior at Trevecca. He's from Franklin Centennial High School, son of Ed and Julie Sweeney, brother to Bryson, grandson of Mimi in Franklin, Nana in College Grove. And he is on to face Colton Evans, Hayden Jones, Milo Abradovich, who are scheduled. Logan Haslam was talking to the home plate umpire, so we'll see if that's in fact who comes to the plate. Sweeney is on for his 9th appearance as he and Eli Potter now in the most games. Sweeney is 19 innings into this season. This is his 6th appearance in relief. 6 hits, 3 runs. They're earned. Walked 14, but struck out 23 batters in those 19 innings. And he leads the club with a 4-0 record and a 1.42 ERA. Jonathan Stewart out to chat with Ryan Sweeney. Tim Dixon goes 1 inning. 2 hits, no runs. Not walk or strike out a batter. He walked 1. Faced 4 as the first pitch to Evans misses high and inside. Check that, he faced 5 batters. Hard throwing right-hander. That'll mess up hitters as soft throwing lefty and then a hard throwing righty. And he has come in. It's a 2-0 or 3-0. Now 3 balls and no strikes. Pops in and out of the glove of Jonathan Stewart again. Sweeney delivers a fastball that misses. Ball 4. Third baseman Hayden Jones steps to the plate. Nice little slider there for a called strike. Ryan Sweeney's second year with full count. Last year's appearances all in relief. Same pitch, just slides inside. "18 appearances last year for full count, all in relief. 20 and a third innings. Gave up only 7 hits. There's a ground ball to short onto second for 1, and the throw gets by Nate Webb. Backing it up is Jonathan Stewart. Just can't turn that double play on the conventional ground ball. So, but Evans is out 6-4. We're out number 1, and Jones reaches on the fielder's choice.
Now batting number 24.
Sweeney got the ground ball he wanted. Sweeney had a couple saves that last year. This is not a save opportunity, but he could get a win if the Rhythm, if he can hold the flash here and the Rhythm scores 2 in the bottom of the 9th. Or at least get to another extra inning game. I would assume that Josh Carmen has said we're going to be on defense again because this is the exact scenario he wanted, is Ryan Sweeney on the mound to be able to shut down the opponent. Hard throwing right-hander. He's struggled a little bit with throwing strikes here of late. Gets the call there, but if you've been with me this year, you know that Ryan Sweeney had a 12 straight streak of strikeouts over a 5-game period. I went back and looked at that streak again from last year in the Prospect League. That fastball stepped on and high and tight to Milo Obradovich. Starting on July 2nd of 2024, he went 1/3 of an inning. Yeah, there it is. It's exactly a year ago today, as a matter of fact. He started the streak at Jacksonville against the Rockabillys. 2-1 pitch. That catches the inside corner. He walked the first batter he faced, and then he struck out a batter to end the inning. And then just 4 days later, here at full count, he went an inning against the DuBois County Bombers, struck out all 3 batters he faced. The next day, struck out all 3 Bombers again that he faced in 1 inning of work. That's a line drive. That's going to get up the middle. And a base hit puts runners at first and second with 1 out. Obradovich now has a 3-for-4 night. And then 6 days later, up at DuBois County, he went an inning, struck out 3 batters. That was now 10 in a row. And then on July 16th, against O'Fallon here at Drakes Creek number 3, he struck out the first 2 batters that he faced that then became the 12 batters before he then gave up a ground out. as this should be Braden Gable, number 14 at the plate, who is hitting in Connor Bowden's spot. He came in the bottom of the 7th. Came in for Bowden, who was a center fielder, but went to left field. And at the time, Keelan Sanders went to center field. Keelan Sanders has since left the game. Another slider in there for a called strike. So he struck out 12 in a row, but he retired 17 straight batters, including 7 batters against O'Fallon that night, went 2 1/3 innings. Retired those 7. So the 12 strikeouts plus the 5 non-strikeouts in that 7 up, 7 down, 2 1/3. He actually also struck out 4 of those 7 batters. So he retired 17 in a row. As there's a check swing and he couldn't hold up. They don't even need to check. Home plate umpire Patrick Lovely says he went. Then on July 19th, Ryan Sweeney, as we went to, I knew something happened in Lafayette against the Aviators. The first batter he faced, he walked. So that ended the string of 17 in a row, retired. And in that, he later struck out 2 more. Runner at second hops off. There's a ground ball to short. Could be 2 again. Flipped to second for 1. On to first. Safe. Got the throw off, but Gable able to beat the throw from Turr. And he reaches on the fielder's choice. Rhythm just cannot get that throw quick enough or in the correct direction, and that'll bring up Jackson Pruitt with Gable on at first base. Called strike. Pruitt's 1 for 3. Rhythm want to hold them here. Don't want more than a 1-run deficit. Slider misses up. Pruitt singled to start the 8th inning. So just to finalize all of Ryan Sweeney, he faced 23 batters in 6 games, all in relief. That is off the end of the bat. It's going to land in right field for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. The throw to third is not in time. And a bloop single by Jackson Pruitt drives in Hayden Jones and gives the Flash a 4-2 lead. His first RBI. Right off the end of that bat. Now Andy Lee, 0 for 4, stands in. Faced 23 batters. He struck out 16 of them. Walked 3. 4 other outs recorded, ground outs, fly outs. That was a pretty good run in 6 games for Ryan Sweeney at the early stages of July. And has had an excellent year to this point with a 1.42 ERA. That run right there is earned. Jimmy Gamboa out to have a chat with Ryan Sweeney. Just got back. He actually just flew in from Florida. I think his flight was supposed to leave around 10:45. He said it didn't leave until 3. So he got to the airport and came right to the ball game. I didn't think he was scheduled to be hot tonight. Meeting is broken up. Flash scored 3 runs in the first 2 innings. 0s after that until right here in the 9th. They have another runner out at third base with 2 outs. Reese calling up here at me. First pitch in there for a called strike. He doesn't understand the international rule of, or international sign that says, repeat what you said. I didn't hear you. Another one that's out to left center field. John Paul Head has to make a little leap and makes the grab for out number 3. Well, the Rhythm have one more they got to pick up as the Flash score 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners were left aboard. 2, 4, 6, 8. 12 runners left on by the Flash as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Rhythm need 2 to tie, 3 to walk it off.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
We got to call the bullpen for the Flash, but say his name again. C. Darby. Let's see. I think I have the ability to go to it. But I looked this afternoon and updated my roster. C. Darby, you're saying. Cade Darby. Oh, I know Cade Darby. Number 31. Cade Darby's from, I want to say, Laverne. And I bet you this is his first outing. I don't think he has any. It is not. Cade Darby was on Volunteer State Community College's roster this past fall and had some grade problems. Did not get to stay with Vol State. And he is about a 6'5", 230-pound hard-throwing right-hander. The problem with Cade sometimes is he's not sure where it's going. I would say stay patient at the plate as Nolan Sargent has looked at 2 pitches outside of the zone. And I'm not sure if Cade has signed to go play somewhere else. I hope he has. And now 3 balls and no strikes. His former teammate, Cooper Anderson, former Pioneer at Vol State, on the Henderson Flash roster. And Darby is in a save situation, and he has just thrown 4 outside of the zone to Nolan Sargent, who's walked for the second time. And Charlie Bozeman will come to the plate. Uh-oh. Susan's piped up. She says yard card for the tie right here. Take till you get a strike, and there's a strike. Paula Sims still rooting hard. That ball squirts away from Andy Lee, and down to second base goes Sargent on the wild pitch. Only game remaining to be concluded here. Andy Lee wants to go out and have a chat with Cade Darby. Go over the signs with a runner at second base. Darby steps off and asks for Lee to come out, have a chat. So his debut at the Henderson Flash, Cade Darby in a save situation. Swing and a miss by Bozeman. Flash have 4 saves on the year already. 1-2 pitch outside. Bozeman takes a tough pitch. It's well over in the left-handed batter's box. They have 4 pitchers that have 1 save each. Grease has 1, Wolf with 1, Eisenberg, and Reinhardt. Ground ball to the left side. That's right to Hayden Jones. He gloves and throws Bozeman out at first base for out number 1. Everybody's used their yard card up here. We still have never had anybody get it right. It's hard to predict a home run, isn't it? And Jonathan Stewart's going to get an opportunity here. He's 0 for 2 with a sac bunt. Tim Ferguson. Somebody used their yard card up with Jonathan Stewart, and he laid down a sac bunt. Who is it? Tim Ferguson? The 0-1 turns into an 0-2, and Stewart drops his head, says, look, I don't need that kind of help hitting. Struggling at the plate. He doesn't need pitches in the left-handed batter's box, called a strike. Darby sails that one high.
It's like as soon as you said it's like 2/3 year.
Was dating a Ball State basketball player. As he gets the strikeout, Stewart swings at an off-speed pitch, and the Rhythm are down to their final out. And Jake Turr is going to get a shot with 2 outs and a runner at first. He does have a big fly. He hit a home run at Hoptown last time the Rhythm were there. So he's got the pop. And Darby can provide the power with the fastball if Turr can get around on it. He just got to lift and separate. Outfielders actually playing relatively shallow, I would think. I would want them to be back a little bit. I wouldn't want anything to get over their head. Possibly allow Turr to have an extra base hit. 1-1 pitch right in there for a called strike, and now full count down to their last strike. Darby tried to step on a fastball and end it, but it sails high. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Rhythm have lost to each of the 5 teams once, except for the Paducah Chiefs. They've lost to twice, and that's their 6 losses this year. So 4 to everybody. Henderson, Madisonville, Fulton, and Hoptown, and twice to the Paducah Chiefs. 18-6 record on the line, and the pitch way outside. A nice stab there by Andy Lee, and the count goes full. Rhythm are 149-71 all time, trying to get their 150th win all time. They're 11-4 against the Flash all time, 3-1 this year. The full count pitch, it is lined down the right field line, but it's foul over toward the Flash bullpen where nobody is warming. It is Cade Darby's game to finish. Darby's looked pretty good. Trying to get Jake Turr. And another hot shot is Turr has had luck going the opposite way. He drove in 2 runs. The go-ahead runs. Who was that against? It was the last game we played here. They all start melding together. Oh, is that the Miners? Madisonville Miners? I think that's Charlie crying. Full Count Ministries, full count again, and that's the ball game. Whoa, that was out. Whispering at the outside corner, and Cade Darby gets the save. Rhythm fall to 18-7 as the Flash defeat Full Count 4-2. 4 runs, 12 hits, no errors for the Flash. 2 runs. Was that right? Only 2 hits for Full Count in the ball game, both by Devin McCarron. 2 hits and 1 error. Winning pitcher is Wyatt Colvin. He goes to 2-0 on the season. Losing pitcher is J.C. Myers. He falls to 0-1. And Darby with his first save. The Flash get the win on the road, and they move to 13-11 on the season. Rhythm fall to 18-7. 15 games to go. As this game has gone final 4-2, the Flash get the victory. Our Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game, Devin McCarron, who goes 2 for 3, gets the only 2 hits in the ball game. Thanks to Chick-fil-A of Rivergate for being the title sponsor for Full Count Rhythm this year. Todd and Linda Hunley. Appreciate them. And our Full Count Ministries verse of the game, it is one verse found in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58. Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, stand firm. Let nothing move you. Always give yourselves fully to the work of the Lord, because you know that your labor in the Lord is not in vain. Full Count Ministries verse of the game, 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58 is Cade Darby comes in, strikes out 2, does walk the first batter he faces in in Ohio Valley League history, but he strands that runner at second base and gets the save in a game that takes 2 hours and 41 minutes to conclude. And I want to thank everybody for watching and listening in as the Flash get the victory. Marcia Williams happy about that. Glad you listened in. Lori Gettelfinger, the mother of our queen here at Full Count Rhythm, Brooke Carmen. Saw her before the game, and she was listening in. I'm sure she listened the entire game. Appreciate her support of Full Count Ministries and Full Count Rhythm as well. And the Rhythm fall to the Flash after getting the victory in yesterday's game in extra innings. My wife's still fly hunting up here in the press box. So for John Smithson, the director of ministry for Full Count Ministries, head coach and general manager, Josh Carmen is also the director of baseball for Full Count Ministries. And for my lovely wife, Susan, has done a great job again as the director and producer of this show. This is Tim Reese saying God bless you and thank you for watching and listening. Another exciting edition of Full Count Rhythm Baseball right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
This has been another Full Count Rhythm Baseball game presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We'll see you next time right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.